I sold my $900 gaming PC to buy a plane ticket just to go to my girlfriend's prom, but after a severe accident landed me in a hospital bed, she went with another guy anyway and demanded a break so my medical condition wouldn't ruin her fun. I just turned 19 last month, and my girlfriend, Chloe, is 18. For months, all she talked about was her senior prom. I live 3 states away, so to surprise her, I sold my prized custom gaming PC for exactly $900 cash to buy a non-refundable plane ticket. I was so excited to see her look beautiful in her dress, but 3 days before my flight, everything went wrong. I got into a severe accident during a lacrosse game and woke up in a hospital bed, hooked to machines and waiting for a major surgery to fix the internal damage. The doctor told me traveling in my condition could cause dangerous complications, so flying was totally out of the question. When I called Chloe from my hospital bed to tell her the terrible news, I could hear her typing on her computer. She didn't ask about my surgery, and she didn't ask how much pain I was in. She just sighed loudly into the phone and said she was still going to the prom because she spent $300 on a dress and wasn't going to waste her senior year. The real humiliation happened the night of the prom. I was lying in my sterile room staring at the white ceiling tiles when my phone buzzed with an Instagram notification. It was a post from Chloe. I opened it and my heart completely dropped into my stomach. She hadn't just gone to prom with her friends. She had replaced me with a 21-year-old college guy named Tyler who drove a brand new $50,000 Jeep. There were 10 photos of them together. Tyler was holding her around the waist at the pre-prom dinner at a $100 steakhouse, holding her hand on the dance floor, and sitting next to her at the crowded after-prom beach party at 2 a.m. I called her, my voice shaking, tears leaking down my face, just trying to tell her how much it hurt to see another guy taking my place while I was stuck in a hospital bed. Chloe didn't even let me finish. She scoffed right into the speaker, rolled her eyes and laughed. She said, "Look at you throwing a childish tantrum over a dance. You are being completely dramatic over a few photos. You're just a boring, weak boy who was looking for a reason to throw a temper tantrum over nothing. Get over yourself, because you're acting like a total baby. Worrying about your medical stuff is way too much for me, and I want to have fun in my senior year without being dragged down by your drama. We need to take a total break." Hearing my girlfriend dump me from a distance while I was completely helpless in a hospital bed broke my spirit. I turned my phone off, rolled over onto my side, and sobbed into the scratchy hospital pillow until my chest was completely raw. The next morning, my night nurse, an older guy named Frank, who used to be a military medic, came in to change my IV bags. He saw my bloodshot eyes, sat down in the plastic chair next to my bed, and handed me a cold $3 bottle of Gatorade. Frank looked at me with deep sympathy and said, "Kid, a real partner doesn't walk away when you're flat on your back in a gown. She showed you exactly who she is when the chips were down. You focus on walking out of this hospital on your own 2 feet and let the trash clear itself out." That very day, I cut out all the noise. I blocked Chloe on every single app, told my friends not to mention her name, and put every ounce of my energy into my physical recovery. For the next 3 months, I went into a brutal, fast-paced grind to rebuild my health and my life from absolute zero. The moment the doctors cleared me to leave the hospital, I started working 14-hour days. I got a heavy-duty desk job at a local logistics company during the day and shifts doing online customer support at night since I was still recovering from the accident. I woke up at 5 a.m. every single morning, did my painful physical therapy exercises, lived on cheap $3 packages of instant ramen, and saved every single dollar. I didn't spend a single penny on dates or clothes. By the end of August, I had completely cleared my remaining medical bills, saved up $2,500 cash, and bought myself a brand new high-end gaming laptop and an ROG Ally handheld system to finally get back to the hobby I loved. I felt stronger, healthier, and completely at peace. Meanwhile, the tables completely turned for Chloe because of her own arrogant choices. It turned out Tyler didn't care about her at all. He was a total D-bat who didn't have a real job and was just using his parents' money to look cool. Within 2 months of summer, Tyler got bored of her, cheated on her with 2 different girls from his college, and completely dumped her via a single text message. To make matters worse, Chloe's parents found out she had skipped her summer college prep classes to party with Tyler, and they completely cut off her allowance and took away her car keys. She was left totally isolated, friendless, and completely broke. Yesterday afternoon, while I was setting up my new gaming system, my phone rang from an unknown number. I answered, and Chloe's voice came crashing through the speaker. She was sobbing hysterically, coughing, and pretending to be completely sorry. She whimpered into the line, begging me to please pick up the phone and talk to her. She cried, "Please, Tyler completely ruined my life, and I miss you so much. I made a horrific mistake when you were sick, and I have absolutely no future if you don't forgive me."